Yeah. Hey, it's Give Me. How you guys doing this afternoon? Alrighty. No technical difficulties today. Everything just kind of fired right up. This is good sign. This is a good sign. Alright, so what you guys up to? We're doing some Redstone today. So I'm known for some pretty advanced redstone. I've made some pretty crazy machines in my day, but one thing that's always kind of been outside of my, or I gotta say, one of the gaps in my redstone knowledge has been double piston extenders. These guys
Huh.
right here. Hey, Mooted, how you doing? And yeah, it's been the timing on these double piston extenders that's always been a mystery to me, but I think I finally figured it out, and I made this cool door using some sand. Uh,
Hey,
yeah,
it's
let me
Baby
explain what's
Gamer,
going
and
on here.
welcome to the live stream.
So,
Smiling face with sunglasses.
the thing about pistons is you cannot move a powered piston. So, as long as this piston here is extended, this piston below it can't pull it back. The same with extending pistons. So unless you
I'm
have all this
teleported to you.
timing perfect, it doesn't work. And as we, hold on, let me see if I can get a better view of how this is working. Get one of these levers here. You can see these bottom pistons push these ones up, and then that redstone activates those ones, pushing the blocks up twice instead of just once.
Where are we?
And then, yeah, and the thing is this redstone has to deactivate first to pull these pistons back before these ones will be able to pull it down. So I was pretty happy with myself, figuring this out. Like, I kind of knew how it worked, but I've failed every single time I've tried to make double piston extenders. I've failed. Uh, this is the first time I've done it on my own. I didn't use a tutorial or anything. I was just messing around, and I was like, you know what? This is working. Look at this. Why are these guys here? We are just out in the middle of nowhere somewhere where I could do some like redstone testing. So I was so happy with my success on the double piston extenders. I was like, let's revisit the mud farm, because this one has a lot to do with timing as well. And I'm trying to figure out how to make this work. And so what it
I
is
don't
we've
know
got,
the way back.
we put dirt blocks in front of these dispensers. You press the button and it uses the water bottles to make mud. And then, yeah, I don't know how to get back either. And but you noticed that throughout empty bottles and water bottles. So we need this redstone here to trigger fast enough to let only one bottle come through. And we need, when we activate the dispensers, uh, we need it to double pulse. We need it to dis-
How do we
we need
find the
it to
quartz back?
I don't know,
Hit the
try
like
killing
button to show
yourself?
your support. Red heart smiling face with hearts.
So yeah, it's got to use the water and then spit out the water bottle. So we need a double pulse. And then we have this down here. We can have this trigger, and that'll pick up all of the glass bottles. And the reason we're doing that is because it's because of our hopper lines. We don't want to lock them up. So if we activate our dispensers from the bottom using this block, then we can put our redstone to lock the hoppers
Tackman
up
likes tall
here.
face.
Yeah, this is going to be like ground level right here, I think. And then this top row of hoppers, this whole thing is just going to be always full of water bottles. So you always got like a source of water bottles. And we can put a water bottle filling station wherever the end of that ends
Hello.
up. Melt man, how
My
you
spawn
doing,
point
homie?
is in your basement.
Hey, your spawn point's in my basement. Yeah, I don't actually have a basement. Probably the garage. That's what's below my room.
Have you
Well,
heard real T-Rex sound?
the garage is underground. Okay, well it's not underground. It's below. All right, it's hard to explain. My house is on a hill, right? So when I look outside, I see the street,
On Minecraft.
but to get outside, I have to go downstairs. Oh, on Minecraft? Yeah, that's fine. In fact, I'm gonna make my base on the server here. I'm gonna have like rooms for you guys to chill in. So you can have like a respawn point at my base and use my inventory and stuff like that.
Bro, have you heard real T-Rex sound?
No, I don't think I have. Okay, so we press this button and we want it to
My spawn point is near
double
enchanting table.
pulse with one one bottle in there. All right, we might.
Bro, it's horrifying as hell, but at the same time it sounds like Freddy Fazbear.
Yeah, in fact, I've seen where they have like recon by using like the skull and stuff like that, they can reconstruct like nasal cavities and stuff and get like the resonance. And you can, yeah, it's possible to make the sounds that or the possible sounds that dinosaurs could have made. I've heard a couple of them and they sound kind of weird. Yeah, it's not anything like animals today. And a T-Rex, odds are it didn't roar. I mean, lions roar. Like, chickens don't roar. Lizards don't roar. Like, I doubt they made any kind of noise like that. If they did, it would probably sound more like a bird chirp.
The Spinosaurus is wolf monkey face.
Yeah, I guess they could have made like howling noises or high-pitched noises of some kind. I'm trying to make some decisions here. I mean, it would be nice if everything worked off of just one button, but I'm thinking it might be. easier to just make everything on it a separate circuit. Because the timing for the hoppers is got to be short. Like, we can't have a whole tick, or else we're going to get like multiple bottles falling through. And trying to get like the one tick pulse from the
The
button
Velociraptor is the only
into
one that
a
is close to what
shorter
we thought.
pulse could be more difficult. I mean, why not just start off with the pulse we need? But it's all got to start with a redstone pulse anyways. Maybe? We'll figure out how to tie it in. And you know what might help me out with this? Maybe I should make a one of those auto potion brewing stands.
I'm pretty
Cause
sure we all thought they made screeching sounds.
yeah, I mean you would think that, but then if you just spend a minute to think about like, well, what are dinosaurs? What kind of animals were dinosaurs? And we know they're most closely related to birds. So yeah, like some birds make like crazy screeching noises. Just listen to like a chicken or a turkey.
Yeah, and
Hmm,
I think most dinosaurs move like birds.
probably. Yeah, when I was growing up, we knew so little about dinosaurs and so little about our solar system and the universe. My science education that I got in high school was pretty basic. Like, we
I think
hadn't
most
even
dinosaurs are
found
dead and not moving
the
at all.
first exoplanets yet. And we definitely didn't know
Face what time
dinosaurs were
couldn't help
related
it,
to birds.
hello. Buck Wheeler, Mr. Obvious.
Hey, Buck, how you doing? That's pretty funny, though. Okay, doing some science-y Minecraft stuff today. Let's see if we can figure out this, I think the easiest way to make this work is going to be an observer. So what's probably going to happen with the observer is it'll trigger when the redstone goes on, and then it'll trigger again when the redstone goes off.
It would be cool if they added dinosaurs to Minecraft.
You think? We've actually played with some dinosaur mods before. And yeah, it was pretty cool. Okay, that's not gonna work. Let's
But they should have their own biome. And most should probably be neutral and not
oh wait, we
hostile.
could probably do that.
For balancing.
Okay, I don't want it to trigger everything. Let's really?
I feel like if Notch was around he would add dinosaurs.
I don't know about that.
A Dino add-on for Minecraft is out since Christmas. If you also have a YouTube, you can shout out your channel here. No ban hammer if you do, we promise. Relieved face.
Okay, now if we hit that, we got a double pulse right off the bat. Alright. So now we need to get this signal over there. And for that, we're going to need a repeater to boost it up. Okay, let's empty out our dispensers.
I hate this pack SM.
Pack SM. What does that mean?
So much.
Once the summer drop comes out, we're gonna be changing up a lot of our add-ons. Okay, let's grab some dirt. And we don't want this dirt right here. So what we want to avoid is the grass spreading to our dirt
Is this public?
while we are placing down the dirt. Yeah, this is public. Well, it's for the Gimme Gang, anybody that subscribes to the channel. Nightbot's got the realm code.
SMP. Subscribe to join the Gimme Gang realm code
Okay, let's turn on
A2WPWZB5RBG.
the minecart. Now, when we hit this button, we want it to
SMP.
dispense the
SMP.
water
SMP.
and then
SMP.
spit the water bottle out.
Subscribe to join the Gimme
And
Gang
then we want
realm
it
code
to,
A2WPWZB5RBG. SMP. SMP.
sure, homie. See, in the grass already spread to that block. I'm not sure. I didn't think it could spread across, like, dispensers and stuff, but alright. I think it worked. Yeah, I think it's a drop in water bottles. Looks like we got two of them. Oh, because they all popped out of everywhere else. Okay, promising though because it did make mud. Oh, look, they all went up top instead
We
of
overheard.
down. Yeah, you're gonna eat a pig. Are we able to adjust the speed of the minecarts yet? I know they can do that on like Java Edition. But they should be adding a they should be adding a command that'll let us change the speed of the minecarts.
Java simply more chat.
So am I gonna have to like put something up here maybe?
Hit the like button to show your support. Red heart smiling face with hearts.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of Java Edition. Bedrock's just way more plug and play. Like, there'd be
Tapping
no
likes
way I could
tacos.
have a server with mods on it if I was on Java Edition. Without, like, I would have to pay somebody for, like, server hosting, and then I would have to pay someone to install mods and stuff. But on Bedrock, I just click a button. I got an add-on. Click a button. Realms Live. All from my PlayStation. I think that's pretty handy.
Bro Realms is paid.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're still paying for the, well, I mean, you're paying for server hosting
Have you
either
seen
way,
the mod launcher videos?
unless you got a PC. And we all know Gimme doesn't own a PC.
Saya.
Alright, later, taters. Yeah, I've seen some mob launching videos. Yeah, what's the command to change the speed of the minecarts? Alright, we need dirt, not mud. Okay, I saw one pop out the side. We can take care of little stuff like that. Another one out the side. As long as they didn't end up in, like, the hoppers up here, I think we're fine.
I saw one that you launched yourself up to build limit.
Hmm. Oh, yep, they're just popping up. Okay, so when I first tried this design, the water bottles were falling down, not going up. Oh, wait. Let me try something. What if I... Nope, that's not gonna work. Well, I was trying to avoid having hoppers right there. I think it's gonna be alright, though. Because they're only gonna get powered
Gotta use
when...
reverse gravity, P.
They're only gonna get powered when the dispenser is activated. Because I was worried about...
On 1-year-old streams you did a build limit launcher. I tried to do it but it didn't work.
Worried about these locking up because of the redstone that triggers the dispensers there. I just saw a neat little
Why is the
player
hoppers big?
launcher. Oh yeah, there's some kind of glitch with the texture pack, and when you hold certain items in your hand, they appear to be like super large. I think Hoppers is one. How do you like my massive hopper? It's only some items though. Okay, we've got a water bottle in each of these guys. And we can just place our dirt. Let's see if the hoppers pick it up.
How do you like my massive item frame?
Oh, I destroyed the... Oh yeah, the item frames do it too. Oh crap, this is gonna mess it up though, because I'm not gonna get that double pulse. Okay, well, I made a double pulse. We got 8 water bottles. 1, 2, 3,
Campfire do it
4,
too.
5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, that worked. So we made the mud. But the reason I don't want hoppers right here is because when you're trying to pick up the mud, you don't want the hoppers to pick up. Unless we lock those hoppers. See, now it's getting too complicated. Hmm. Okay, the part... Okay, I think we've got the mud making done. We've got the water bottle making. We've got the bottle collection. We need to figure out how to get this to just drop one water bottle at a time. So, the hopper above is going to be completely full, and then this hopper is going to be locked, and we want it to just unlock and lock fast enough to drop this bottle and pick up another one. And what's happening is the pulse is too long, and it's dropping 2 bottles into here. So I need to figure out how to shorten up the pulse. Hmm. Okay, not here. We'll have to put some kind of so we can move these circuits around anywhere. Like if we need to build it on this side or whatever, doesn't matter. But we need to turn this torch off for a split second. And I think an observer might work, but trying to get it not to double pulse is the problem. That was a really quick pulse. Alright. Don't know if that pulse made it all the way to the end. Wait. Okay, we just don't have enough water bottles. I think that's working. I'm just not sure that this redstone pulse is getting all the way to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that's... So we need to figure out, to make this work, we need the server without having it double pulse. So if we like shove a block in front of it, that would work, or maybe dispense some water. We need a singular event, because if we try to use redstone, it's gonna go double. It's gonna signal when it turns on, and it's gonna signal when it turns off, kind of like how we have it set up down here. I'm not convinced I'm right. Let's drop some more bottles in here. Now, bottle fillers are super simple. All you do is fill up your inventory to where you have no empty spaces. And you can do that by just taking an item and placing it in all the empty ones like this. Even the hot bar. And then you have your stack of glass bottles. And every time you fill one up, you don't have any room in your inventory, you drop it on the ground. So you just have a hopper there, picking up all the water bottles as you fill them up. Alright, that's all full. Let's make sure all our dispensers are empty. Okay, so if I trigger this observer, we should get one bottle through the system. Let's make sure we got one bottle in each of these hoppers. Yeah, we need the system to be primed. Yeah, and the reason it's not dropping down is because we got power going to these hoppers, so it's not going to pick up another item. So as soon as we trigger that, it should drop one bottle from this hopper into that dispenser and one bottle from this hopper into that dispenser. Into the hoppers, not dispensers. What am I saying? All right. All right, we got the one bottle into our dispenser. But dude, yep, and it looks like we got one bottle into our hoppers. Okay, so let's grab... So I think we've got most of the hard stuff figured out. Now it's just going to be a matter of inputs. Like, where do we want to put all our inputs at? So we hit that. Click, click. There's our 8 water bottles. Fantastic. Alright, so now we need to trigger this again. And it worked. We've got all the bottles moved down one. I don't think you guys realize how long I've been working on this particular project, this mud farm here. I built one uh, on the private server once the mud blocks came out, but as soon as the next update came out, it stopped working. So I've been working on this mud farm for years now. I don't remember when they added the mud blocks. It's been at least a couple of years now. More than that. And this is probably the closest I've come to having it actually function. Now, is there a way we can tie in everything to one input where you just press a button, it makes the mud, and it drops down the bottles? Yeah, I'm listening to how much time I have from... So we need that second click to go off before we trigger the hoppers to drop a new bottle. So that sounded like at least 4 game ticks. So we're gonna have to put some delay from this input and then work it up to
Look,
this input somehow. That's pretty cool. Hmm. Yeah, it's actually working. And how do we get an input for this that's not gonna double it? Yeah, I'm actually thinking about maybe a bucket of water in a dispenser, so a dispenser will go off. Oh shit, my fridge is packed. Every time I open it up, shit's falling out. Uh, because these observers will signal on block changes, block updates. Basically, we need to turn that double pulse from this back into a single pulse to operate that. I'm thinking one of the new copper blocks. These copper bulbs work like a T flip-flop. So they took one of the most common redstone circuits there is and they made it into one block, which is pretty awesome. And the double pulse turns it on and then turns it off. Okay, let's go with the think if we use like one of the old school T flip-flops, we can change this. So if we use like a dropper hopper combo, how did this go? It was like something like that, maybe? Not sure if I'm doing this right. Okay, I moved our item there. I think it just went around in a circle. Hold on. Yeah, the double pulse is too long. It works though. Like if we just did it once. Now the item's in this one. And then if we hit it once again, now it's in here. But the double pulse is so long, it's like click, and then it gets a time to reset, and then it clicks again, and then... Hmm. Hmm. What's gonna be the best solution for this? So we got that double pulse. I know there's something I can use for this. Hmm. Well, wait. Why are we taking our input from the observer? We've got a single pulse right here. Okay, so we can take the single pulse from here. And we can have that single pulse activate something right here. So we need something that's... I think it might be the... This is exactly what we need right here, the bulb, I think. Okay, so if that was in front of the observer... Yeah, see? It would trigger when it turns on and
Open
turns
this
off.
chest.
Okay, but we need a delay because we need that double pulse to go before it drops its bottles. Is that a trap chest? I think it looks like a trap chest. You can tell because it has that ring around the latch right there. Oh no, it's a one of the spooky chests. Okay. That's hilarious. I didn't know about that. Is he like my friend now, or does he attack me? That chessboard's pretty cool. The spooky lamps I thought were cool, but they just don't give enough of a constant light source.
Lol.
Okay, we don't have anything in our dispensers, so let's go ahead and put that down. I don't know how much of a delay we're gonna need. I don't want to put too much because that's gonna affect the efficiency of our farm. Oh, it messed up. Yeah, that wasn't enough delay.
How do you like my giant redstone repeater?
Pretty cool, right? Yeah, the repeaters are ones that look really big. Ugh, I was so close. Okay, let's get this all set up. Oh, wait. Some of them are on, some of them are not. I gotta fill up the water bottles again. Here, let me do this. Keep running out of test bottles. It might be easier just to make the bottle filling station. Show you guys how that works. Because that one's super simple. Let's just grab any building block and then we need to trap some water. Wait, you know what would look better? Some slabs. Let's lose some schlabbies. And that's pretty much it. You literally just need a water source. I waterlogged the dang hopper. Okay, don't waterlog the hop. Wait.
Have you heard of McDonald Hershey Frappe? Hit the like button to show your
No,
support
but
like heart smiling face with hearts.
I've been getting frappes for a while. Been enjoying those lately from McDonald's. Okay, so we've got the water
Takaman likes tacos.
trapped right there. Now we just need a boatload of glass bottles. And then as you sit here filling up these bottles, once your inventory's full, you start chucking them out, see? And that's
Have
how
you
you get
tried
all your
McDonald's
bottles.
chicken tenders?
Yeah, I did try the chicken tenders, and I gotta say, I was surprised. I'm not gonna say I was impressed, but I was surprised. They're not as good as, like, they've had chicken tenders in the past, and they were way better back then. But you can tell these ones are like all chicken breast because they're kind of rubbery. In fact, I was surprised they weren't like super rubbery. And the breading tasted really good. So yeah, I was surprised. And the creamy chili sauce that they have for it, top notch. Yeah, that's a good dipping sauce. It's like a spicy mayo. Did I just accidentally click one of these? No, okay. Alright, let's make sure we're all primed up here. And all of these have bottles. This has bottles. Alright. Can I squeeze another repeater in here? I think I can. And that's some hella delay, but we'll see if it works. Dirt blocks. That might have did it. That might have worked. Okay, we got bottles on the top up over here. Oh, because the hopper's full of glass bottles. Dang it. Okay, but did it work? No, we still got 2 bottles in here for some reason. I don't think... Why are we getting double? It worked when we were... Do I literally need more delay? I don't think that could be the problem. We'll try it. Max delay. I just saw a double pulse. Why? I saw a double pulse. Something about that redstone, something about that copper bulb is making it pulse twice. It should just be pulsing once when it detects the state change of the block. Okay, I gotta see this. Wait, how is that getting a double pulse like that? Oh, it's not getting a double pulse. Yeah, it looks like it is, though. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason that copper bulb is double pulsing. Shit. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I think the delay we have is more than adequate. It's just it's double pulsing. You know what, just to be fun, let's use lava. No, because lava takes a while to flow, so let's use the water. Alright, I'm gonna put a bucket of water in here. And now that's a single pulse. We hit it again. That should work. Alright, let's reset everything. Yeah, we're using water dispensers for redstone. You can also use like walls. I've seen people use shifting walls like to get redstone signals up and down. I've also seen like bamboo used. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to trigger these observers without using actual redstone. And today we're using a bucket of water. Okay, we've got nothing in here. We've got nothing in there. Do we have... No, we're out of water bottles again. We've done tested it to extinction again. So yeah, I guess it was a good idea to put the bottle filler on here. Um, are they just not getting in there? The hopper's facing the wrong way. Alright. My bad. Okay, there we go. And then you just gotta line it up to where you're throwing them in the hopper. Is it full? Yeah, it's full. Alright, now when I hit this button, it should drop one bottle from the top hoppers to the bottom hoppers. It should not put anything into the dispensers yet. It, it worked. Okay, okay, now I'm getting excited. Let's, put some dirt down. So that should have passed a bottle down to the dispensers. And then that made our dirt and then dropped our bottles. But yeah, oh, the hoppers are full, of course. So it worked. It should have picked up those bottles, it just couldn't. Alright, so we're empty now. Alright, so the tricky things we worked out today were the timing for these hoppers. I think that was the main thing that's been holding me back on this farm, is trying to get a redstone pulse that will only move one item at a time. And I think we finally did that. Okay, hoppers underneath are empty, so this should make mud, drop the bottles, and then pick up new water bottles from up top. There's the 8 empty water bottles, and there's exactly one water bottle in each of these dispensers. And there's exactly one water bottle in each of these hoppers. And I'm just kind of impressed. I got it all to work off one input. Like, I knew I would probably be able to get this thing working. How are we running out of water bottles so fast? We're using 8 at a time, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's okay. That's a hopper and a bit more every time we push the button. So we'll need like a bottle storage. So this bottle filler will probably be connected to like a couple of double chests that we can have full of water bottles. And that way, the return here, so where all the empty bottles come out, is going to be right next to where we fill up the bottles. So you'll grab the empty water bottles, fill them up, and put them right back into the system. And there's going to be a cache or like a buffer of at least 2 double chests in case I want to come over here and make like, a whole stack of mud. I'm pretty excited I got that to work, and I'm kind of impressed with how close those timing tolerances are, because as soon as that second click hits, I already see this redstone going out and dropping bottles. So if that timing was any less, I think we would have a problem. One, two, that's 3, 4. We have 4 repeaters on full delay. So, for instance, over here with the double piston extenders, I know the time it takes for a piston to extend and then retract. It's one of these on full. And, but see, we kind of had to split that delay up. So we've got like two or three ticks down there, and then the last tick comes from these repeaters. There's a way to do this without so many repeaters, but it was just easier for me to dial in the timing, having all the repeaters. Golly, I'm pretty happy with myself. Isn't it funny that the mushroom is like such a low res, and then the mushrooms on top of it are like high res? Why is there no mushroom skin? That's a good question. Wow, it looks crazy outside. It's looked crazy outside all day. You know, it's one of those days where there are like giant storm clouds everywhere, but yet the sun is still out, like coming through all these clouds. So it's one of those weird days where it's been like rainy but sunny at the same time. But it looks like the sun's finally coming out a little bit. I mean, it wasn't that sunny, but I mean, it was bright outside for as cloudy as it was. Holy cow, it actually works. So, how would we go about setting this up on at like our base? Like if this was the ground right here. Yeah, let's put in a floor and then we can kind of plot out where to put everything in relation to where the farm and everything is. How did you get the painting to stand up by itself? It's kind of weird. Oh, because it's an entity. It's not an item. Ah, that's why it had hit points. Okay, so now we could actually start working on like minimizing some of these circuits, making it a little more compact. So there's a lot of dabs of redstone I don't think we actually need. But then also, what do you want? What would a mud farm look like? We gotta kind of want to put up some like something to cover up all the hoppers, but you still need to be able to get in here to place the dirt. If okay, I don't think hoppers pass on redstone signals, so I think even if we put trapdoors here, I don't think the redstone is going to trigger these trapdoors. I could be wrong, but we'll find out.
Hey cutie, I think I got the job at McDonald's getting paid 16 an hour, $1 extra for night pay.
Hey, it's a John Cena, and he's got some good news. That's fantastic.
Hey, it's John underscore Cenaxt underscore, and welcome to the live stream.
Yes,
Smiling
sir.
face with
I worked at
sunglasses.
McDonald's for 4 or 5 years, I can remember. I actually went back to McDonald's twice in my lifetime because they just offered me so much money. And 16 ain't bad. I mean, that's not minimum wage. Yeah, the second time I went back to McDonald's, they offered me double what minimum wage was at the time. So I was like, yeah, to work at McDonald's, you got it.
The general manager really liked me and put herself down as a reference. She was kinda cute.
Hey, there you go. Be careful with that, though. Yeah, no, I've run into some problems being too friendly in the workplace before. Okay, so that actually doesn't look bad. So that could be our mud farm, but we're gonna need we need the push the water bottle input and we need the water bottle output to line up.
Yay, not bad to
So,
have a lover as your boss in the workplace, grinning squinting face.
man, back in the day, you know me, I would be banging all the chicks at the job. I was I was kind of a player back then. Man, banged so many chicks. So what I'm thinking is we're probably gonna have to use some item elevators. You know, the redstone footprint on this thing really isn't that bad. Like I said, we if we clean this up right here, which I'm pretty sure we can do, and then line up our output and our input on this side, I think that's a pretty solid design. Man, I've been trying to find a redstone circuit to pass a single bottle. I want this hopper to drop one bottle and pick up one bottle. No more, no less. So you need a redstone pulse that is the exact length of the time it takes for an item to pass through a hopper. And with all the recent updates, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to figure it out, but that's pretty cool. Let's, I want to see this thing go one more time. But when it comes to restaurant work, I know people look down on fast food for some reason. And I'm not sure why, because as far as restaurants go, those are the most successful restaurants out there. Like 90% of restaurants fail in the first year just from not being able to turn a profit. That's why people franchise with McDonald's. It's a proven, system that works. That makes lots of money. In fact, that's how I ended up with Panda Express. I used to think of Panda Express as fast food, but it's more, I would consider a short order kitchen, more like places like Chipotle. I don't know, Chipotle is, even though they do cook their stuff there, that seems like a stretch. Because, I mean, we chop our veggies, we do all our own meats. Like, I cook everything from scratch. It's not like I open a box of Kung Pao and put it out on the table. Even the sauce, I make the sauce there myself.
If you also have a YouTube, you can shout out your channel here.
But,
No ban hammer if you do, we promise. Relieved face.
Yeah, I'm really happy for you, John. That's awesome. Not gonna lie, I was getting a little bit worried. So what's our next build? I think now that I figured that out, I think we should do a automatic potion brewer, right? Because we've got the recipe to pass one bottle through a hopper. Oh, with a potion brewer, it's different. You need three bottles, not one. So everything will be, the timings will be a bit different. But I know you guys have seen these before, like it's like a potion stand. Wait, we need a hopper on the bottom. So the hopper on the bottom takes out the potions. The hopper in the back adds the water bottles. And the hopper in the side adds the fuel. And then the hopper that goes in the top adds your ingredients. And you have like a wall that has a list of your ingredients, and all you do is push a button like I want, sugar cane, I want nether wart, and I want this, and it'll drop it all in there. And as soon as it's done, it'll drop those potions. In fact, I made one before, and I think we used three potion brewers. So it was popping out 9 potions at a time. It was massive. Because we had farms, like back then, our guardian farm relied on potions. Like the only way to kill the guardians without getting tons of thorns damage was by using splash potions. So we had like a whole factory set up to where you just had to hit like a button and it would just start making tons of potions. Now, if we were just making one kind of potion, that would be really easy to automate. But we want to have like, our list of ingredients and we want to be able to just push a button and add it to the mix. In fact, let's mock up something just so we can see what I'm talking about. In fact, it might need to be like back here. Yeah.
Pull on the pullum and push on the pushum and the potions go in the jar.
Sounds about right. Okay, so this whole thing works on droppers. And what we're gonna want is, it'd be easy to spread them out like that, but there's so many potion ingredients that might not be possible. Don't know how we would power all of those though. Oh no, that would be simple actually. Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me show you my idea here. So we have all these droppers right here. And the reason I want them right here is so that we don't need a whole like complicated system of like loading ingredients in. Like we'll know where all our ingredients are. So let's grab some of the more common potion ingredients that we need. Actually, nether wart should be the first one. So if we have the dropper right up here, we can just be like, fill that up with our nether wart, And then to activate it, we just need a button right there. So if I hit that button, it pops out the other side. And I mean, of course, you're gonna need like a backboard over here. So as long as we got a block on this side, it'll land in the hoppers. It doesn't even matter which hopper it lands in because they all go to the same place. So we want to brew some potions. First thing you need is the nether wart. We hit the button, loads it right into our machine. All right. And then we can do all of our ingredients along here. Now, this is a very simplified kind of version of this. Because I know a lot of people that would make in like safeguards to make sure you're not like putting ingredients in that don't actually work together. We don't need all of that. If we mess up, we'll just take it out of the potion stand, you know? Like if somehow we forget to add the nether wart first and we start adding ingredients, we can just come over here and pull out the 2 or 3 ingredients and then start over. That's not a big deal. We don't need a lot of fail safe in this. And I figured the easiest way to get this to work is going to be like this dropper system with just one button for each dropper for each ingredient. Uh, you can fit 9 stacks in each one of these droppers. And I mean, if I have 9 stacks of nether wart in here, I'm probably never gonna have to refill this. So that's also like some of these potion machines. I see they have like caches in the back where it's like a chest full, couple of chestfuls of the ingredients, and then the redstone triggers it, and it drops all this stuff in the back. But that just seems like more complicated than it actually needs to be. Okay, so this is the easy part. The whole like ingredients assembly. The hard part's gonna come in with the water bottles and how do we empty it? So, first of all, we have to power this hopper that's directly below it. If we don't, every single bottle will just fall through. Yeah, see if we take out that torch, they all just fall straight into the hopper. So once again, we need to dial in our timing. We need a redstone pulse that's gonna be long enough to let 3 bottles out, and that's it. Now, going in isn't such a big deal. Like we can have, because as long as the hopper's locked, we can dump as many bottles in here as we want. It's only gonna hold 3. So we don't need to have any kind of limiting or regulating for the bottles going in, kind of like how we had with the mud farm. Like we don't need it to pass just 3 bottles. Well, I mean we do at the bottom, but this we can just have it open tap right into the thing. No, we can't. Okay, as soon as this unpowers, not only is it going to drop those 3 bottles, it's going to be pulling bottles from there. So I think we do need to lock that one until the bottles are out, then it can just open. So the timing of that one's going to depend on how fast they dump out. All right, hold on one sec, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, that's going to be easy enough. Like I said, we need an on-off for that hopper on the bottom, and we can just invert the signal from that to be the on-off for the in. So as long as this is on, this is off. And when this is off, this is on. That would, that's fine. All right, so now we just got to figure out how to get the timing on that bottom hopper. That's really the big issue here. I just realized this side hopper is actually for the fuel. We need to lock this hopper train that's in the back.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, this is gonna be tricky, because how do I power that hopper without locking all the other ones? Do we really need a input for fuel? That's another good point. I mean, once I put a stack of blaze powder in here, that's gonna make 64 potion, more than 64 potions.
It's 552, that means it's 420 somewhere, right?
That's right. In fact, that's not a bad idea. Got some AK-47 right here. Let's take a few rips. All right, we're gonna take some tiny rips. I don't want to start choking. But yeah, if we just stick a stack of blaze powder in there, that's gonna make all the potions we need. We don't need to get that crazy with it. In fact, we can move this forward. We don't need to have it in the back like that. We can have the hoppers go around that corner. Oh, no, we can't. So the thing is about hoppers is they will always pass, they'll try to pass the item in the direction they're facing, but if it can't, it will then try to pass the item down. Or even if there's, what's going to happen is once they reach this hopper, they're going to fall down before they get pushed forward. Yeah, I had it backwards. So the hopper's going to try and drop that item into this bottom hopper before trying to shove it forwards. Yeah, see, it ended up in the bottom one and not in this top one. Oh, just move it down, I guess? But now we've got... I don't want these to be so high up that you can't reach the ingredients input. But we could get around that by putting a space in between these hoppers. Because now this one for the water bottles is going to be down here. It puts our potion brewer on the floor though. But I mean that I guess that's not too bad. That would put our collections down here. So all the potions would come out there. And then this is where all our water bottles go in. So yeah, fill up your water bottles here. Select what ingredients you want. Oh, okay, so there's two ways to collect your potions. We could have a redstone timer for the exact amount of time it takes to brew the potion, and then once that time limit elapses, it drops it. Sounds very complicated. I think we're just gonna have to do like a button. You know, once the potions are done, you hit the button and the old ones drop out and the new water bottles drop in. In fact, because of... well, maybe. Yeah, you could probably queue up, like, if as long as you hit the buttons in the right order, you could probably queue up a couple batches of potions as long as the ingredients are in the right order when they come out of the hopper. So you press all the ingredients for your first potion, they fall into the hoppers and move down to the end right here. Well then, while that potion's brewing, you could go ahead and, as long as you click them in the right order, queue up the next potion you want to brew. Once those are done, hit the button, drop those out, new water bottles flow in, and your ingredients drop down. Yeah, you could definitely do multiple kinds of potions at once. Yeah, you just gotta hit the button, wait for the ingredients to make it to the end, and then you can hit the next one, and they'll all be in order depending on which ones you press. Okay, but how do we... let's make some room here. Alright, so say this is our withdraw. We need something powering that hopper. Probably be easier to go in with a repeater and just and throw down a torch. Right. And then all we need to do is invert that torch signal. So right now everything should be locked. I don't think any water bottles should fall through. Okay, yeah, we're good. Wow, we got lightning and everything. Alright, so something a lot of people probably don't know is that what kind of button you use on your redstone actually matters. When you press a wooden button, you get a much longer pulse than you do from a stone button. So you'll notice when you press the button, it stays down for that amount of time. But if we grab a stone button and put it right next to it, do you see how fast that one pops back out compared to this one? Yeah, so if you need to change the timing on one of your redstone machines, something as small as changing the kind of button you activate it with can make a difference. Ah, golly, I'm smoking too much. I gotta slow down. But when I'm thinking, I smoke a lot. I can't help it. So to know, wait, the water bottles come in from the back, right? Yeah. Might need to power this from a different side. Anyways, we want to figure out how many it's passing through, right? So we'll get 3 water bottles and put them in here. And then we'll get a different potion. Get some night vision. And we'll fill this up. And we should be able to see how many pass through when we hit the button. Interesting. Very interesting. Why did it only do that once? Oh, wait. Because this is... Well, no, that's gonna be constantly dumping into there. So I guess I do need to lock that input the input hopper. Yeah, we can use this. Okay, so now that this hopper should not move. Okay, perfect. We got 3 water bottles in there. All of that's empty. Let's do the stone button. Again, I only saw one bottle move. It moved exactly 3 bottles. That it did. So yeah, I think the problem is that they're unlocking at the same time. We need a delay. We need it to drop, and then we need it to fill. Because apparently when it's unlocked, it's only dropping the one side. That's weird. And that's why we're using the different colored bottles so we can see where everything goes. All right, well we need a different design. Let's if we could move this down perhaps. I think that might work. Yeah, I know our whole thing just got flooded. Is it me or has it been raining an awful lot? It's probably because I'm in the ocean biome or something. Okay, so that works. And then we need to lock this guy up here somewhere too. Hmm. Stone locking each one of these hoppers. Or no, it doesn't have to be separate, but there has to be a delay. And once this goes off, that's going to unlock this one. That's what I was thinking. If we move it back to here. Well, yeah, the hopper train has to turn anyways. Alright, so we need a delay. Let's grab some repeaters. It's probably going to be a long delay. Just like on the mud farm there. That's not going to work. Oh, we need a repeater right there. That's fine. We can use that for our delay as well. That worked, right? Yeah. Not the best work area here, but do what we can. Okay, so in this configuration, I believe this bottom one should unlock first. Drop these water bottles. Let's grab some of our greens. And yeah, we don't have to lock the hopper that's right next to it, because it's gonna, as soon as this unlocks, it's just gonna pass it all forward. And that's gonna give us another additional delay, because the time it takes for one hopper to pass it to the next, to pass it to the brewing station. And all those small micro delays, they add up. How confident am I this is gonna work? It's gonna be close. I bet we get 2 potions. Alright, we got all new in there, but how many came out here? We got two. We got 2 extra. So how's that gonna interpret to our redstone? Is that 2 more ticks of delay, perhaps? Yeah, it definitely means we need more delay. That's all 3? Ah, that's the problem right there. We got one caught up in this hopper. That's gonna mess things up when we hit the button again. Yeah, see, as soon as you took a potion out, it dropped another one in. We're close. We're close. I think it needs to cut off just a little bit faster. Take 1 tick off. I think this is the exact problem I was running into the last time. Alright, well, we'll see. If I hit this button and we get only 3 bottles through, I think we'll be alright. We got 4 bottles through. Yep. So that means after the potions are done and we hit that button, we're gonna get the 3 potions and a water bottle. And we don't want that. Hmm. Alright, nothing fell out of my fridge this time. Which one's gonna be the coldest? I think it's this one. Because it's right below the freezer. There's like a topside freezer unit in my mini fridge. And the stuff underneath the freezer tends to get colder than, say, the stuff on the door. Yeah, I feel like I've run into this problem before. Alright, let's take out another tick. Let's set up our potion stand. Put our green bottles back in. Still getting that 1 extra through there, alright? So maybe what I needed is for this to drop 2 potions and just keep one buffered in the hopper. That might be what we're doing. No, because as soon as you hit the dump button, it's going to dump that extra water bottle. So yeah, we need it to do just 3 bottles. Yeah, it seems like we need it to go a little bit faster. But I didn't think it was working with this much delay. Did I not set it up again? Yeah, I don't think I did. Actually, we might need a longer pulse. That way this hopper has enough time to clear itself. Because this hopper right now is being locked by that bit of redstone right there. I'm almost 100% sure. Still getting the 1 extra. My design might just be flawed, who knows? We're gonna find out. Let's keep taking the time down until we don't get that extra bottle. At some point, it's gonna be too fast. I think fast might be good though. Kind of like with the double piston extenders, the timings had like very small tolerances. Like if you were off by just a little bit, the whole thing didn't work. So I think this might be another similar
It's gonna
situation.
be 90 degrees on Wednesday. Hot face, frowning face.
Hey, that's not too bad. I like me some upper 80s. Like it's not until the mid 90s where I start getting uncomfortable. Around 100, I'm like, this kind of sucks. I miss living in Arizona. Georgia is cold and wet by comparison. Okay, we're all set up.
Mini games.
Yeah, see, it's too fast, and now it dropped one potion. Yeah, you want to play some mini games? I'm down. What do you feel like? It's like I need to get it like a half a pulse. I just want
Is cold
3
and wet here.
bottles to go through.
Miss the
That's
sunny
it.
blue skies, cacti and mountain tops.
Hey, Buck knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, the
I'm not
mountains,
used to hot
pretty
climates.
awesome.
It's hot AF at 71 degrees. I'm dying here, hot face.
Funny you should say that. It's 73 outside and I'm sitting next to my space heater. I'm not even joking. Even with my
The
vents
dragon thing.
closed, the air conditioning still gets cold AF in here. The dragon thing. What was the dragon thing?
Q face with crossed out eyes. 60 here, have hoodie and beanie on, is cold lol.
Yeah, I guess I'm just too skinny. I get cold too easily. Enchanted dragons, hatch your dragon now. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about that one game
Koopa craft.
we used to play where the dragon would like take away the blocks?
The apartment I moved into has an old fuse box that can't handle AC units, face exhaling. Minerware.
Minor wares. Oh yeah, they did add that dragon game to the minor wares. We played it that one time. Wait, the fuse box can't handle AC units? I don't know. That sounds like such an easy fix. Like, well, why not? Need some bigger gauge wire? Need some stronger fuses? Like, it seems like there should be an answer there that you're just not getting. Well, you definitely don't live in Arizona because by law, you have to have air conditioning. If you're renting a place in Arizona without air conditioning, you can literally sue them. That'd be like renting a place in Ohio with no heat. You know, it's just one of those things you gotta do.
Invite.
No, oh, okay, whoops. Friends online, invite to party. Did that work? Yeah, that worked. What is this? Portal puzzle? Challenging adventure map. Haven't seen this. Hmm, that might be interesting to check out.
Because the whole house is wired from the early 1800s, the fuse box is from 1980s, and something else that is too long to explain in the chat.
Yeah, old house, I understand. But I don't know. If I was in that situation, I'd probably try to figure out how to just tap right into the main line. I'm not even joking. You might have to shut off the power for a little bit, but just be like, oh, the house is old. I don't know why the power's out. This one house I was renting in Akron, Ohio, I remember, like, the electric was so messed up, I literally ran an extension cord, like, out to the street and tapped into the lines, and the cops came and they were like, "Hey, you're stealing electricity." I'm like, "We're paying for it." It's like, it's not on your monitor though. But I mean, we needed more juice. All right, I always miss the instructions for the first game, so I gotta pay attention. Dodge anvils, okay.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, it's Nicholas W., and welcome to the
Nicholas,
live
good to see
stream.
ya.
Smiling face with sunglasses.
Hey, we almost walked off the edge. Nicholas is good luck. We just won the first game. This is like the King of the Hill thing where you just kind of want to
Hit the like button to show
wait
your
until the
support.
last
Red
second
heart smiling face with hearts.
and then just try to pop up there and get on. 3, 2, 1. Lava floor. Oh no. Yeah, you don't wanna run. You wanna look down, stay on the good blocks. All right. Chicken
Awesome
shooter.
and enthused.
I need chickens. Where are the chickens at?
Tackman likes tacos.
Give me chickens. How many more do I need? Did I win? I don't know. Oh, thin ice. This is another one where you gotta just look down. I used to run around a lot on this one and I kept losing. And I realized you need to try to find the ice that's not melting. I should have won that one. I like that guy's skin. Jump 7 times. All right. Oh, this one sucks. We never win this one because not everybody fights. A lot of people just try to sleep. Hey, we got it. That's just luck of the draw. I mean, all you can do is dig. Which animal isn't in Minecraft? It was the penguin. I was trying to look at all of them and I didn't have enough time. I just saw penguin at the last freaking second. No, 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 no. Ah, I lost. Yeah. I don't think we're winning this one, but we can try. We're not giving up, but it's not looking good. Yeah, turn around and get the one behind you is always the best way to win that one. I'm still on the leaderboard though. Oh, with one heart left. Yeah. Abduct a cow. Yeah, this is fun. Go, 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 go. Get me a cow. Get me a cow. All right, I got one. Yeah, it was first place. Tower climb. This one is kind of shitty because most people just try to fight. Like, there's gonna be that one guy at the bottom of the ladder just fighting everybody and eventually loses. Right? Fighting is nowhere in the instructions. You know, the assignment didn't say fight everybody else. But that's just where everybody goes, straight to fighting. This is the dragon game we were talking about. Eventually a dragon's gonna come and start yeeting all the blocks out of this place. Destroy the palace. Okay, never mind. This is a different game. Alright, we gotta dig to get money, right? Okay. Um, keep saying must buy this item to use it. Well, what can I use? I don't know how to play this game. Okay, I'm completely lost. Yeah, what are we doing? I can't use a shovel. Oh, I'm supposed to start with my hand. Do it myself. Yeah. Never thought to use my hand. Right? I mean, I know the hand is like your best tool, but it's not the one you always go to, you know? Can I get out of this somehow? Come on. What? Oh, no. I really like this map, by the way. The giant arcade machines are so freaking cool. Why'd you do that? Again, one of those games where it didn't tell you to fight anybody. Like, everybody could have one. But, what? What am I trying to grab? There we go. I'm still on the leaderboard. I'm at the bottom, though. Endermen are 4 blocks high. No, they're 3 blocks high. And they hid everyone else, so you couldn't see what everybody else was voting. I get it. That's clever. Hoop shot. This is a cool mini game. Where's the hoop? Nope, there it is. Catch the butterflies. Yeah, this one is one of those where people can be kind of dicks about it. If you can get... Alright, now that I got mine, I'm not going to take the rest. Oh, I didn't mean to take that one. Because I don't want to keep other people from winning. don't jump into the void. I'm surprised nobody's fighting each other. Oh, they won't let you, that's why. I guarantee they would be trying to push each other off if they let them.
Gonna head out by everyone.
Bomb arrow battle. Oh, jeez. Just gonna try and hide. Alright, Nicholas, thanks for hanging out with us. And we'll see you when we see you. I guess that was called a battle. Stand on a color. And people are dicks. I'm usually pretty good at this one. What? I hit the damn button. It's easy to shoot the chickens right above you, but none of them are spawning above me. I was in too much of a hurry. I totally messed that up. I wanted to make friends, so I blocked over to the other guys. I just walk into a block. That was the easiest way to do that one. Dodge laser. Oh no, I'm gonna be horrible at this. I'm gonna jump way too early. Because I think my Minecraft guy can jump higher than he does. Bow Spleef. I hate this one. The easy way out. Looking all the blocks disappear. I don't know. I feel like people are. Yeah, I feel like they're working together. They're not like shooting each other. Oh, there it goes. It looked like they were all like working together for a second there. You do get teams that kind of form. Oh, these server skins are kind of cute. I like those. Alright, down to 3. Who's gonna get it? I think they're all just gonna wait it out. Nah, they tried. I came in 5th place again. Man, it doesn't bring you back to the lobby or nothing. It just keeps chugging along. Alright. Alright, we Which games are we gonna get this time? Butterflies right off the bat. Holy crap, I only got one? I got four, I got five, okay. Get me out of the butterflies. If I crouch, I think I can, like, not bounce. No, it's gonna make you bounce up. Oh, I definitely don't like this stuff. Let's just put on some armor, I guess. Yeah, we lost. You know, there's certain parts of Minecraft I'm just not a big fan of. Things like PvP and parkour are just not, on my menu. I like the whole PvE aspect of Minecraft, where it's like you versus the world, you know? You have to survive in the environment, but when it comes to like other people, no, no, no. Hey, I won one. Avoid the TNT. All right. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Everywhere I turned, it was right there. Go. Why isn't my guy moving? What? Okay, I don't know what happened to my guy, but he just stopped walking and I couldn't get him to move. I think I won that one, alright. Cactus slab. Yeah, this one sucks. Gonna hide behind a cactus. Ah, you bastard. That almost worked. Yeah, another PvP one. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Yep. Hey, it's fine. I got time for chuggy wuggies now. When I kept winning, I just I didn't have time to even pick it up. Find the butthole. Where's the butthole? Right there. I got
Get the
I got
cookware.
it first. Minecraft Bedrock is not available on one of the following. No, I couldn't even see the answers after I read the question. That game sucks. Sorting items. That's a great game. I'm pretty good at that too. If you see me sort my inventory on the realm, like, yeah, seconds, I'm just like, bang. And it's even better now that we've got the, where's the freaking hoop? Did I get it at the last second? I don't know. I don't have my freaking thing out. Okay, there we go. I punched the TNT and then realized I didn't have my flint and steel. Yeah, I might want to keep it on my first hotbar slot. This one's fun. This is like a dropper game. You just gotta figure out where the
Play Mineval cooking game.
hole is. There it is. Right at the last second. Yeah, I think we're gonna be, I think I'm done after this one. Definitely don't want to play a cooking game. The cooking game I want to play is Cook Me Dinner. Hey, we got Dragon Invasion. Awesome. Alright, yeah, this is perfect. We want to stand on the thickest part of the island we can find. And also, it's going to go after groups. It's going to try and hit as many people at the same time as possible. So it's going to... Ooh, it's going to be looking for how many people are next to each other. Yeah, if you're going to be underneath me, that's probably a bad spot. Because the dragon's going to see you trying to group up with me and... Yes, he's going after the groups of people. I'm off by myself, so like... Ooh, whoa, whoa. Yikes. Where's he at? Where's he at? Okay, I see him. Whoa, a third one just came out of nowhere. And I won. Hell yeah. Alright, didn't get first place, but... Or a pedestal finish at all, but... We got to play the dragon game again. That was pretty fun. And we actually won. If you guys remember, when we used to play that dragon game on the other server, and we played like, I don't know, 1,000 games, and literally only won, how many, like 5? Yeah, getting a win on that game was a big deal, because we have never played a game so many times and lost so many times, but kept playing. I don't know what it was about that game, but that was one of my faves. Alright, guys, well, I think it's my Denny time. So, as always, thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure to hit a like and a subscribe. And as always, I'll see ya when I see ya.
PX.
Later, taters.